all across this world, and especially in Colorado. I'm back in here in the office, and I'm sitting up here thinking. It seems that there's a public sentiment to every time there's some type of disaster, and then there's your secular propaganda, news media, New World Order control sentiment. Now, the politicians who are in the back pocket of the bankers and everybody else, they have a sentiment, they have a way, they control the media. So with that media, they try their best to control the minds of the people. But public sentiment is totally different. I'll give you an example. We all are familiar with the rampage where this coward went out and he went into a movie theater and just started shooting and killing people left and right. Do you know what the public reaction was in Colorado as well as the rest of the United States? Gun stores are now reporting sales off the chain again. Every time one of these catastrophes happens, the first thing people do is head straight to gun stores, line up and buy every single gun and every single bullet on the shelves. It's remarkable, isn't it? And I tell you one thing, during this decline in our economy, and as civil unrest continue to keep arising because we're spiritually bankrupt as a nation as well as naturally bankrupt, people are going to start to take the law in their own hands because they see that the law is not there to protect them. You have to protect yourself. Let me clap my hands to the American people for responding right regardless of how they try to manipulate and control our minds on a daily basis. You know, the other day I had a thing. I went out because my cell phone was cutting a food, a literal food. And next thing you know, I go in, okay, they give me another cell phone. No problem, no big deal. They give me another cell phone. Then they hand me this box. And they tell me when, you know, you need to mail this other phone in. I remember years ago, the phone went bad, and just toss the thing in trash, man, just be done with it. And of course, the first thing popped up in my head was, you know, I've always believed that this thing is a tracking device. And the only way I don't think they can track you if you remove the battery from the thing. But it confirms my suspicions even more so. Now, of course, if I get on here and I start talking like this, the people who control the news media and everything else, they're going to start hollering, conspiracy, conspiracy. I don't care what words they use. It's never conspiracy when you can prove it. And, of course, it's been proven. And, of course, they use that word kind of like they use anti-Semitic. They use certain words to get you to back off from thinking, and then not only that, influencing the minds of others. I believe that we should do everything we can to enrich the minds of our citizens, of our fellow people. Let me stop using that word, citizen, of our next door neighbors. And I hope that all across America, that everybody that had seen part of this and got part of this shit up, hey, you're starting to see that you can't hardly go nowhere nowadays, and it's safe for you or your family. So yeah, you need a firearm to defend yourself from all enemies, foreign and domestic. You know what's amazing about the Constitution of the United States when we start talking about that Second Amendment? That Second Amendment is there to help us to defend ourselves against tyranny. And most people don't know what tyranny is, but let me define you tyranny in a nutshell. Tyranny is a government gone crazy and gone mad. So our Second Amendment is not for hunting. Our Second Amendment is not to preserve our right just to carry the guns. Our Second Amendment is there for one reason and one reason alone. Our Second Amendment is there to protect us from the police, to protect us from the government. And of course, when YouTube is riddled with injustices that police do from one end of this land to the next, and every single one of them without fail get off the hook. Without fail, they all get off the hook. Can you begin to see what I'm seeing? This is us against them. Go out and buy your firearm. And if you live in a state to where you can't carry a firearm, move.